My name is Dwayne Carl, and I'm an author. I ride because I am an AIDS survivor, and it is time for me to give back. If you want to know why I had AIDS, a full-blown AIDS diagnosis, is because I didn't get tested. I was terrified, just knowing possibly I knew I was a gay man and out having a great time. I was working extremely hard in my corporate job. I was always on the go. So testing wasn't on my list of things to do. It was an annoyance to even think about that. And plus, being a guy, I just don't like going to the doctor, you know. And I was gradually losing weight and feeling my body just declining. I just thought maybe I had bronchitis or maybe I was catching a cold. Went to the doctor, and when I finally got my test results back, he confirmed that I had AIDS. I only had 8 T cells and a viral load of over 200,000. I was sick, dude. I had no immune system. 7 different regimens they put me on. I broke out in some of the worst fucking rashes that you can even imagine. I still think it's a miracle that I survived all of that, because all of this was going on at the same time in my body. It didn't just happen one after the other. They were all attacking my body at the same time. And every night I went to bed, honestly, I didn't think that I would wake up the next morning. Time passed on, and I started to see, okay, I'm not gonna die. So I started trying to get back into the driver's seat. I created a turnaround plan for my life and figured out then, okay, little at a time, baby steps. You know, I'm the oldest of 3, and our father was gone when we were very young. They divorced him when I was 4, so I became the man of the house. And we were close growing up, you know. Telling my family I had AIDS back over 14 years ago, 15 years ago now, was tough. My mother's no longer with us. She's dead. My sister and my brother, we became estranged. And, but last year, my sister and I reconciled. I surprised her at her birthday party up in San Jose, and no one knew I was coming. She was sitting at the head table and everyone was eating, and she was looking down, and I walked across that dance floor to that table. She did not look up. And so finally I was standing right in front of her, and her husband said, you know, there's Uncle Carl, that's what they call me. And she looked up. The look on her face was like she'd seen a ghost. She ran from around the table. We embraced. It was as if nothing had ever happened. It was as if all the arguing and the horrible things that were said, it just like our tears just washed it all away. And it was so good to hold my sister, my flesh and blood. And she came to opening ceremony. She was here. And to sit next to her and to hear the stories, and we're holding hands, and she's supporting me. This is the first time anyone from my family has been here to a gay event, you know, with me having AIDS, and she's been so loving. Then for her to be here yesterday, taking pictures and sharing in this amazing triumph for me, that being at this level now where I can actually ride and give back to all the other people who are living through this and going through the same thing I've gone through. It was so spectacular that it made it that much more special. So I have to ride. The love I see here, if everybody in the world could just envision and be a part of something so special, we wouldn't have stigma, because there's no stigma here. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone is on one accord. Everyone is full of love and hugs and kisses and encouragement. And no rider left behind, if you will. And I've already signed up for next year for AIDS Walk 12. I'm already doing that. Look, this is my book, Out of My Second Closet. I have AIDS, get over it. It just hit the stands May 4th. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.